Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Chad furiously demands answers from Abigail and then faces a gun-toting Mark. Sophia comes to the bistro as Ava reads an online article about Brady and Fiona. Without looking up, Ava sternly tells the teen she's late for her shift. Only by 3 minutes, Sophia points out. It's still late, Ava retorts. However, she'll let it slide, this time. They discuss Brady's vindication, which Sophia reveals she knew about because she and Tate are pretty close. She also recounts how she waited on Fiona, who seemed really nice. Knowing she's such a terrible person, she wishes she hadn't confided in her. Now, she's back to having no one to talk to. Aaron runs up to Tate at school, happy to hear about Brady. He wonders what that means for him and Holly. Tate informs him they broke up because Holly snooped for evidence against Brady and then slapped Sophia. Aaron wonders if that frees him up to be with Sophia now. Tate hedges, leading Aaron to ask if he thinks he'll get back with Holly. In the Paris apartment, JJ makes a toast to the newlyweds, expressing regret for not reaching out to Abigail sooner. Holly thought they just talked on the phone last night. JJ says they didn't. Abigail anxiously tries to get the toast back on track, but Chad wants to know what Holly meant by that. Holly says Abigail told her last night that she was talking to her brother. Narrowing her eyes at Abigail, she says she must have misunderstood. Abigail agrees. Holly makes a hasty exit to let them celebrate as a family. Chad demands an explanation from Abigail about who she was talking to and why she's lying about it. JJ leaves them to discuss it alone. Kayla comes to the pub frustrated that Chad isn't responding to her calls or texts. She tells a shocked Roman that Abigail isn't Abigail. She explains that a doctor on her staff changed the test results. She can't believe how wrong she was about him, but she did call Jada. Roman hopes he's found before he hurts anyone else. Kayla notes Jennifer was right all along, while Roman worries how Jack will react, and poor Chad. In the Paris cafe, Mark stresses to Clyde on the phone about killing Chad. Clyde directs him to a package secured under a table. Mark finds a gun inside it. He tells Clyde he'll do his part, so Clyde better make good on his promise. Mark quickly hides the gun as Holly walks up behind him. When she wonders what he's doing there, he says he's dealing with his parents' estate. They had properties in France. Holly can't believe she ran into both him and Abigail there. She relays that Abigail just got married, but there were some communication issues with her brother, JJ. Mark rushes off as JJ approaches Holly. He's glad she spoke up about Abigail, because something is definitely off. JJ wonders if she's not really his sister. Maybe Holly catching her in a lie just helped them prove it. As a nervous Abigail is about to tell Chad something, someone bangs on the door. Chad opens to Mark, and Abigail stresses. Mark introduces himself as a doctor from Salem who just ran into Holly in the cafe. He wanted to congratulate them on their wedding. Why? Chad asks incredulously but then remembers seeing him with Abigail in Salem's park. In the bistro, Ava questions why Sophia doesn't have anyone her own age to talk to. Sophia explains her friendship with Holly blew up over Tate. She confides that she likes Tate but he may still be hung up on Holly. Ava says it sounds like she feels like the other woman and advises Sophia not to listen to other people's opinions. If she likes Tate, she should fight for him with everything she has. She needs to own who she is. Sophia likes the sound of that. At the high school, Tate doesn't know how he can look past Holly's betrayal. First, it was the drugs, and then it was the stuff with his dad. It's hard to forgive, so they're really done. Aaron wonders what's stopping him with Sophia then. Tate asks if he'd have a problem with them dating. Aaron was friend-zoned, so he's cool with it. Tate comes to the bistro to ask if Sophia would like to hang out after work. They flirtatiously grin as they make plans for him to pick her up later. Watching from the bar, Ava grins. In the pub, Kayla grumbles over still not being able to get Chad on the phone. At least Steve will be there soon since he left for Paris this morning. In the apartment, Abigail confirms to a furious Chad that she does know Mark. As Chad demands answers, Mark pulls the gun and forces them back into the apartment. Abigail orders Mark to put down the gun. Mark shakily says, he said there's no other way. Chad asks who told Mark to kill him. Mark mentions Clyde, and Abigail throws herself in front of Chad. Mark, you can't do this. Mark orders her out of the way. From behind, Steve clocks Mark over the head, and he goes down. A very confused Chad asks what's going on. "This woman is not Abigail," Steve declares. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.